Now we will move away from the theological and the logical aspect of understanding of the subject matter here, and we'll move more towards the understanding of who and what God is by looking at creation, the physical, scientific proof for God. I realize that some of the things that we were talking about previously, especially the existential aspect of a spiritual understanding and connection with God, those that have that same spiritual experience can understand what I've been talking about. But now we'll go more into the physical, scientific aspect, which everybody can understand these things as we look at creation itself. I'd like to begin this with a subject of entropy. Entropy, an example, things have a tendency to slow down, which would be like motion. Things have a tendency to wear out, rust. And energy goes from a high state of order to a lower state of order, like fire. The understanding of entropy suggests that the universe could not have always existed. If the universe has always existed, then the universe would have stopped, worn out, and gone cold a long time ago due to entropy. Because of this reality, the universe could not have always existed in its present form. Therefore, the universe must have had a beginning. For example, heat always flows from a hot body to a cold body. If the universe were infinitely old, everything should have the same temperature, cold. However, temperatures vary, which means that the universe is not infinitely old. The universe must have had a beginning. A beginning of such a great universe suggests an infinite, eternal creator. However, some suggest a Big Bang theory as the beginning. I believe that these people promote this idea because the thought of a created being goes beyond their ability to totally comprehend. This includes some believers in God who I believe are reading between the lines to make the thinking fit their logical minds. If the universe had a beginning and it could not have created itself, known as spontaneous generation, then two possible solutions are that a living God created the universe and all living things, or in the beginning was the Big Bang. Let us learn hence that atheism is folly, and atheists are the greatest fools in nature, for they see there is a world that could not make itself, and yet they will not own there is a God that made it. Doubtless they are without excuse, but the God of this world has blinded their minds. The fool has said, there is no God. Psalms 14:1a. Therefore, in summary, if you have no God, there then matter always existed, spontaneous generation, or the Big Bang, and life was created by non-living matter. Or the alternative is eternal, infinite, intelligent being known as God, and matter was created by an eternal being, and life was created by a living, eternal being. As I mentioned before, this is more of a reference material, and part of that reference material includes Matthew Henry's Bible commentary, and in this case, Genesis 1 through 2. That quote comes from that commentary if you'd like to look it up. I know some of you may be thinking that while John seems to be going towards young Earth type of thinking here, but stay with me. There's a lot more to come. I'm going to give you both sides of the issue, by the way, as far as young Earth, old Earth, and try to, because I want you to be involved in helping me determine what is the truth. So stay with me. Trust me. So every now and then I need to remind you that in our exploration that we need to be careful not to read between the lines. And because we have to remember that we are dealing with God, and when we talk about God, it goes beyond our ability to totally comprehend. When in doubt, err on the side of caution. So just remember that some of these things are kind of difficult. Um, but let's be careful about not reading between the lines. And if we do read between the lines, it might show you some of the aspects that might lead us towards, so we can compare it with those other aspects that are more accepted, so that you can be determined what is truth.
And now you know more of the story. Stay tuned. This is John McCamick with Truth University. Good day.